This is Nixon Majang. I teach at Mennonite Education Center. I'm a teacher there.
I'm Abigail Minialo from Mukuru Mennonite Academy.
My name is Ocheng Kenneth from Mukuru Mennonite Academy within Ruben area. The education sector before the break up of the COVID, it was just okay, it was stable. The learning had kicked off very well. Teachers were on with their syllabus coverage, and I just think we were set for the mission.
As an institution, the progress was that good. We were faring on very well. Every activity of the institution was running as intended, as per the Ministry of Education and as per the goals of the school. So everything was running quite well. Thereafter some time, when the issue of Covid-19 emerged, so the president had to shut down all the learning institutions abruptly, and we had to adhere to that.
From the announcement from the president, the first day on 16th March, after announcing, we went to school early in the morning. We found some children in the school, so we called them, then we explained to them what is happening in our country, and we dismissed them with the staff who are there.
After the first case was announced, first the institution just called a parade, and the school body was advised from staff, subordinate staff and the pupils on the precaution measures that were to be undertaken following the outbreak. And more so, we were encouraging the school body to maintain hygiene. Washing zones are within the school compound. They were really encouraged to use them as often as they could.
It was quite difficult to agree that the virus have arrived in our country, and all the teaching staff didn't believe that, but based on the fact that was given by the Ministry of Education, we had to agree, and we had to follow all the rules that were given by the Ministry of Education. But it was not an easy task to agree that the situation had arrived in our country. So in the sector of education, number one, we are likely not to open schools any soon, meaning that the projected time frame of a child being in school is likely to be extended. For example, those who are likely to finish this year, if the situation persists, then it means they will have to reopen next year and finish next year. Number two, so many parents are likely not to pay school fees when schools resume because they have lost where they used to work, casual laborers and all that. So they don't have somewhere to go and at least earn something to pay. Meaning majority of pupils, particularly here in slums, they are likely to stay at home because of lack of school fees. Number three, so many teachers are likely to lose their jobs because this being a slum area, and even as a country, we depend on so many private institutions to supplement what the government gives in terms of public learning institutions. So you realize that here in the village we have got majorly one public school, which is Ruben Center, and all the others are private institutions. So we as teachers, majority of teachers in private sector are likely to lose their job as the school resumes, and that means the reopening of schools. So many schools will lack teachers because you never know. Some will go for good and some will come back. Again, the pupils, the intellectual capacity of pupils will be low, yeah, because when they are always in school, they associate with the books, they associate with the teachers, and the teachers keeps on imparting the knowledge in them. When they associate with books, the memory is able to remember everything they see and they read and they associate with. And once out of sight, out of mind. The moment they are not associating with books or with the teachers, it means they are likely to forget. So the intellectual capacity of these pupils will be lowered. What does it tell you? It tells you that the national exams, if at all we will do it as per this year, then the results are not likely to be good, because they will have to come back, they will take some time to pick up, and by the time they pick up, maybe that is when the exams are supposed to be done. Even as they sit at home, the curriculum that we teach as per now is quite different from the 844 system and the earlier system that was there before the 844 system. We are dealing with competence-based curriculum, which majority of parents who stays with these pupils are not aware of it. Yeah, why? We have had an experience even in our school, the parent teaching the issue of districts and all that, and yet we are dealing with the county and the sub-county. And when you teach the issues of district, they not come in exams even. We deal with county, sub-county, and all that. So I'm quite sure that there are some of them, maybe majority have gone to school and they know what they can help, and some don't know. So I'm sure that it will have a negative impact.
I think the education sector is going to be so much interrupted, because most of the learners are at their homes. They are not with most of them are not learning. Most of the parents are at work, so they are just alone. And also for the candidates, they will have a lot of problems, because it's their time. They are supposed to be in school preparing for the exams, and yet they are at home. So it has really affected the learning.
Its effect, first, it has just affected the education sector greatly. Since the schools were closed up by the president, we've taken so long out of the school compound, and most of the young ones, we are handling the primary levels. Out of the school, they do nothing on their book works. So academically, they've gone low. And to the teachers also, we also with the syllabus coverage, we are really down. So it has affected us all round. Economically, within our residential areas, we are also affected.
I hope that all learning institutions, particularly with the guidance of teachers and parents, we hope that institutions will be reopened soon, but with the hopes that there are some measures that the government needs to put in place so that we open the schools. And what I know about our school is that to deal with these measures that the Ministry of Education have put in place in a learning institution, particularly young children, is very difficult. Honestly, in our school, we cannot have a social distance, 2 meters. You can only do that if the teacher is available in full time. They have a right to play and all that. They will associate. Socialization process will take place. So I think it will be somehow difficult, but I believe if the government comes up with some good measures, then we hope schools can reopen under some strict guidelines. For example, provision of sanitizers in learning institution, provision of thermogun to be taking or to know the temperatures of individual regularly, so that in case of anything, we are able. Then each school must be near at least a health facility, so that in case of anything, we are able to refer our pupils to the nearby facility. But all the same, we hope that everything will be okay and things will go back to normal.